Sensitive.
Independent.
Assertive.
Advanced.
In a negative light, I think they look down on us a lot.
Lazy.
Like we're selfish and not really independent enough, kind of self-centered, egotistic.
Kind of wimps like that. We can't handle anything.
No, because they raised our generation after all.
No, it is not. Because I think they think we're lazy because we're dependent on technology and whatever, and I agree that to some extent we are, but it's also done so much to make improvements, and we've used it so much to our advantage.
That's an interesting question. I mean, you can totally see from both sides why it would be fair or not, because if you look at pop culture nowadays, that would give the impression that yes, all millennials act like they do in the news, but honestly, I think lots of millennials are just working their hardest, because now that we live in a world with like new technology and everything, we're working hardest to change the world, and it's just different.
No, because they don't realize that there's so much more pressures on us than when they were our age.
I think just the certain events and the age that they lived in kind of dictated how they were raised and how they were brought up compared to how our generation is now. The different events and stuff that's going on with us right now also dictate how we are.
I think they could be more open-minded because they're very judgmental and closed-minded to the way we do things just because we grew up totally different than they did. I don't think they really are willing to understand the different viewpoint.
They're overly cautious now. The big issue what I've learned is that parents used to, like in the previous generation, had like free reign, could do whatever they want, and now they've kind of flipped it and done the opposite, and now they're just too overprotective.
Their parents weren't really there as much to discipline because they were working so much, and I think we are disciplined more than they were.
No.
Yeah, sometimes. Because I feel like they want to thrive off of my success as a youngster. Because they miss those days, and because I do things differently, and they want to be in the know and be hip. But sometimes it's annoying. So they live vicariously through me, but then on the other side of that spectrum, they don't always understand my motives for things, and they'll get on me about that. But I tell them, like, it's not like 1970 whatever, it's 2000 something, and I'm 17. We were totally different than you were when you were 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they think that since they've been through it, they know how to handle everything, but at the same time they don't, because they didn't have the same pressures as we did.
I think independently because that's just how I am as a learner.
Yeah, I'd try and figure it out myself before I reach out to someone.
I usually give up on it. It's just like without that help, trying to do like research on like something like math isn't easy.
I try to understand it on my own independently.
Myself personally, no. Other students, yes, definitely. Because our generation, everyone's like a winner. We have this special generation, and there's no failures. Everyone has to succeed. And I feel like teachers now have to comply to that request.
Sometimes I think they're too forgiving, but for the most part I would say no.
Not at all. Not usually. You may catch one here or there, but I don't think so.
I wouldn't say babied. I mean, I understand that we have like policies to redo things, but the whole purpose of high school is to make sure that we learn information, not the grades. They're putting focus on the grades, not us.
It's hard. It's hard because I can understand why because they obviously don't want people to fail. And because when we have classes that it's like people from all different skill levels, you don't want people to feel left out or some people to skate through. So I think that could cause, or that could resolve the problem if you like judged people, or not judge them, but if you classified people based on their abilities and gave them work according to their abilities so you could actually track improvement specifically to them.
Listen. Seriously, listen. The previous generation kind of has this steadfast attitude that they know everything that's right for us, and problem is our generation, just the world we grow up in, is completely different from the world they grew up in. So if they listen to us, it'll make the whole world better.
They can just understand that we have so much to do and try and work with us, not expect us to be able to do anything without help.
I think sometimes we have to let you fail. I think sometimes you have to see what it's like to not achieve a goal in order to realize that next time you have to work harder. I don't think it's possible for us to do too much to help kids succeed. I think that sometimes we don't hold them accountable for fear of them not succeeding.